Malta, a tiny island nation that many might overlook as a mere speck on the Mediterranean map, is a treasure trove of history, culture, and surprises. This captivating archipelago, officially known as the Republic of Malta, has played a pivotal role in shaping the crossroads of civilizations over millennia. From its ancient roots to its modern-day charm, Malta boasts a narrative as layered and colorful as the turquoise waters surrounding it. Positioned strategically between Italy and Libya, Malta's history stretches back to around 5900 BC. Its central location made it a coveted naval base, and as a result, Malta became a cultural and military crossroads. Imagine this: Phoenicians, Carthaginians, Greeks, Romans, Arabs, Normans, and more have all left their footprints on this island. Each civilization added new threads to Malta's rich tapestry, making it a melting pot of cultural influences. In 1191, the Norman invasion shifted Malta's identity from a predominantly Muslim society to a Christian stronghold, a transformation that would define much of its future. Fast forward to the 19th century, and Malta became a British colony, serving as a vital headquarters for the British Mediterranean fleet. The island's strategic importance was further underscored during World War II, as it endured a relentless siege by Axis powers. Despite its tumultuous past, Malta emerged resilient and proud, achieving independence in 1964. Today, it stands as a modern nation with a profound respect for its historical roots, a journey that shapes its unique identity and captivates the imaginations of those who visit. Fact 1. Malta is a country of ancient megaliths. Did you know that Malta is home to some of the oldest freestanding structures in the world? The megalithic temples of Malta, including Gantija, Menasdra, and Hagarkim, predate even the Egyptian pyramids. These incredible temples date back to around 3600 to 2500 BC, making them some of the most ancient structures created by human hands. These temples were built with enormous limestone blocks, some weighing over 20 tons. The level of craftsmanship is astonishing, considering they were constructed using only rudimentary tools. Archaeologists believe they were used for religious purposes, as remnants of animal sacrifices, carvings, and figurines of fertility goddesses have been discovered within their walls. Today, these sites are recognized as UNESCO World Heritage Sites and are a must-see for anyone visiting Malta. Walking through these ancient temples feels like stepping back in time to an era when Malta was a hub of prehistoric innovation. Fact 2. Car ownership. In a country as small as Malta, you might assume public transport would be the go-to mode of travel for most people. However, the Maltese have a love affair with their cars that rivals even the largest metropolitan areas. With over 30,000 cars registered for every 450 people, Malta has one of the highest vehicle densities in the world, clocking in at an astonishing 670 cars per square kilometer. For perspective, that's a higher density than many sprawling urban centers. Why so many cars? It's partly cultural and partly practical. Owning a car in Malta isn't just about convenience. It's almost a rite of passage. Picture this: it's your 18th birthday, and you're handed the keys to your very first car. For many Maltese families, this isn't an uncommon scene. Cars represent freedom, independence, and, in many cases, necessity. The island's compact size and well-connected towns make driving an efficient way to get around. While Malta boasts narrow streets and historic alleys that might appear better suited for walking or cycling, the reliance on personal vehicles has become a way of life. Many families own multiple cars, ensuring every member has access to a vehicle for daily tasks, whether it's commuting to work, grocery shopping, or visiting friends and relatives. The sheer number of cars creates its challenges, particularly traffic congestion during peak hours. Yet the Maltese have adapted to their crowded roads with a kind of choreographed chaos, where cars, scooters, and pedestrians navigate in an intricate dance of honks, waves, and careful maneuvers. Despite the density of vehicles, car ownership in Malta highlights a culture that values independence and mobility. It's an integral part of the island's modern identity, a contrast to its ancient streets, yet entirely fitting for its dynamic and adaptive spirit. Fact 3. Affordable bus system. Malta's buses are very affordable. I know what you're thinking. Buses aren't usually the stars of the show when it comes to travel, but in Malta, they have a little secret that might just shock you. Let's get right into it. First off, let's talk about affordability. The Maltese buses may not be the speediest or the most punctual, but hey, when you're saving some serious cash, who's complaining, right? Imagine this: a 2-hour ticket costs a mere €1.50 during winter and just €2 in the summer. That's practically loose change compared to other places, isn't it? If you plan on exploring for a longer period, a 7-day Explore card is a steal at only €21. That's a week's worth of unlimited bus rides. Talk about budget-friendly travel. Whether you're heading to historic sites, beaches, or quaint villages, the Explore card has got you covered. If you're a resident or planning an extended stay, the Telia card is your golden ticket. Picture this: unlimited bus rides. Yes, you heard me right. Unlimited, and all for free. It's like having your own private chauffeur, but in a vibrant Maltese-colored bus. There's something liberating about hopping on a bus knowing you're not burning a hole in your wallet. It's not just about the savings, it's about the experience. Mingling with locals, catching glimpses of everyday life, and soaking in the beauty of Malta without breaking the bank. That's the real treasure. Fact 4. Ocean-filtered water. You might be wondering, why on earth do they do that? Well, here's the scoop. Malta doesn't have your usual suspects like lakes, rivers, or reservoirs for fresh water, so they've got to get creative. And what better way than tapping into the mighty ocean at their doorstep? Enter reverse osmosis, the unsung hero of Malta's water filtration saga. It's a nifty process that turns salty seawater into crystal clear, safe-to-drink tap water. Now, I know what you're thinking. Does it taste like the ocean? Well, not exactly. Some travelers find the taste a bit different thanks to the unique filtration method. But you know what? It didn't bother us a bit. In fact, it's a small price to pay for the ingenuity behind ensuring a sustainable water source in a place where surface waters are scarce. And let me tell you, exploring Malta is a sensory delight. The sun-soaked landscapes, the rich history, and now the ocean-filtered water, it all adds up to an unforgettable experience. The water filtration system represents more than just a practical solution. It's a testament to Malta's innovative approach to resource management. By converting seawater into potable water, the island demonstrates remarkable environmental adaptability and technological sophistication. This approach not only addresses Malta's water scarcity, but also reduces dependence on external water sources. The reverse osmosis process, while complex, provides a sustainable solution that ensures the island's water security. Fact 5. Malta's incredible blue hole and azure window legacy. Malta is a paradise for nature lovers and divers, and one of its most iconic natural landmarks was the azure window. This limestone arch on the island of Gozo was a breathtaking geological formation that attracted tourists and filmmakers alike, even appearing in shows like Game of Thrones. Unfortunately, the azure window collapsed in 2017 due to natural erosion. But Malta's rugged coastline continues to amaze visitors, particularly with sites like the Blue Hole. Located near where the azure window once stood, the Blue Hole is a natural underwater sinkhole that's a favorite among divers. Descending into its crystal-clear waters reveals a world of vibrant marine life, coral formations, and even underwater caves. Whether you're snorkeling, diving, or simply gazing at the stunning coastline, Malta's natural beauty is truly unmatched. Fact 6. National dish is rabbit stew. Rabbit stew, or as the locals call it, stuffit talon, holds the prestigious title of Malta's national dish. Now, before you start wondering about the Easter Bunny, let me share a fascinating tidbit. The Phoenicians, those ancient seafarers, are believed to have brought rabbits to Malta more than 3,000 years ago. Talk about a timeless recipe. But what makes this rabbit stew so special? Well, it's all about the preparation. The rabbit is simmered in a rich and savory concoction of wine and tomato sauce, creating a dish that's been savored for centuries. Picture this: tender rabbit meat infused with the flavors of Malta's history. Now the feast doesn't end there. Traditional sides like potatoes and an array of vegetables join the party, creating a symphony of flavors on your plate. It's a combination that has stood the test of time, and you can still find it in traditional Maltese restaurants today. But hey, you might be wondering, is rabbit stew still as popular these days? Well, not as much, but fear not. The spirit of Maltese cuisine has much more to offer. Guess what? We've only scratched the surface. So next time you find yourself on this charming Mediterranean island, why not give rabbit stew a try? It's not just a dish, it's a bite-sized piece of Malta's rich culinary history. Fact 7. Most heavily bombed place in World War II. When we think about World War II, images of battles on distant lands might come to mind. But did you know that Malta, a small island in the Mediterranean, holds the unsettling title of being one of the most heavily bombed places during that time? Malta, due to its strategic location, became a hotbed of conflict between 1940 and 1942. The island endured over 3,300 air raids orchestrated by the Germans and Italians. Imagine 3,300 times the skies over this serene island were shattered by the chaos of war. It's mind-boggling. During this relentless bombardment, more than 30,000 buildings were reduced to rubble. That's the equivalent of wiping out an entire city. Picture that for a moment. And it gets even more staggering. Malta experienced a continuous onslaught for a shocking 154 days and nights. Can you imagine living through that? The sad reality is that Malta's churches, rich with history and other significant landmarks, weren't spared. These weren't just buildings. They were the heart and soul of the Maltese people. Centuries of history were wiped away in the blink of an eye. But here's the thing. Despite all the destruction, the fighting in Malta came to a halt in 1942. The resilience of the Maltese people during those trying times is nothing short of admirable. However, the scars of war ran deep, and it would take years for Malta to recover from the devastation. Fact 8. Every kind of beach. When it comes to beaches, Malta has it all. I'm not just talking about your run-of-the-mill sandy shores. We're talking about a diverse range of coastal wonders, from pristine white sand to rugged rocky cliffs and deep blue swimming holes. This island is a true beach lover's paradise. Let's address the rocky elephant in the room. Malta's rugged exterior means that sandy shores are a bit of a rarity here. But don't let that disappoint you. Malta compensates with some hidden gems. Picture this: secluded coves, mesmerizing rocky landscapes, and water so crystal clear, you'll think you've stepped into a dream. Now, if you're on the lookout for those classic sandy stretches, fret not. Malta's got you covered. Head up to the north around Melliha, and you'll stumble upon two gems, Golden Bay and Gaziantep. These beaches are like nature's own masterpieces, offering that perfect blend of sun, sea, and sand. You might wonder why so many people are packed into such a small space. Well, Malta's rich history, strategic location, and economic opportunities have drawn people from far and wide, creating this lively melting pot. So there you have it, Malta, the pint-sized powerhouse with a population density that'll make you do a double take. It's a place where every corner has a story, and every person adds to the vibrant tapestry of this beautiful island. If you enjoyed this little exploration, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more intriguing content, and as always, keep exploring the world around you.